Hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Alright, I got a few things I want to show you that I managed to get done today. My grandson wasn't able to come this weekend. You know, he's 11. So he got in trouble. Parents wouldn't let him come. But that happens. I wish he could come. I enjoy every minute I get with any of my grandkids. But especially the older ones, they want to do stuff with me. Little ones just want to play inside, you know. But I'm going to show y'all a couple things I got done. So, I know you don't like it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Thank you, Mr. Greg. Mr. Greg sent me some stuff, and I've tried to put some of it to use today. And I'm going to show y'all what we did. And this one's going to be from 30 feet away. So, let me flip the camera around and you can see what I did. All right. Now, if you can see, I've got those garden poles, two of them zip tied together to make it high enough, but I ran across the top of my fig tree over there and hung some of this birding tape that's supposed to, the birds aren't supposed to like it because it, blows in the wind and reflective and all of that. So I've got some of that put up over there. Let me aim the camera a little more. There we go. A little bit more. And then I did the same thing above the blueberry bush right here. So I hung about 4 from each string. I put a piece of nylon twine across between the stakes, and of course let it blow in the air. And hopefully what it's supposed to do is make the birds not want to be there, so they won't eat all my figs and all my blueberries. So thank you again, Mr. Greg. I really do appreciate it. And I'll probably be hanging more of that stuff in other areas as needed. So, all right, now I'm going to show you one more thing. Okay. I was going to go show you something else, but I think I'm going to do a short on that. And so, I don't think, Mr. Greg sent this to me as well. So, I don't think Mr. Greg had seen this in my videos. I think it was before he started watching me. But let me flip around and show y'all something. I'm too close. I'm backing it away. All right. You see right there? It's a brown paper bag. I just like a lunch bag. I just blow it up, staple it to a board. And of course, over time, they deflate a little bit like they are. But it's supposed to imitate a hornet's nest. And wasps don't like building nests around it. First of all wasps are territorial, but hornets will kill regular red wasps and yellow jackets, and they don't want to be around hornets. So that brown bag makes them think there's a hornet nest here. And I've had those up for years, and they work. Do they work perfect? No, but it's an absolutely zero cost way to deter wasp in your area. But Mr. Greg sent me something else right there, y'all. It is a paper hornet's nest. It's got a little plastic frame inside of it and a metal piece that goes down the middle to expand it out, and comes with a little piece of white ribbon, to tie it up, and I stapled it to the rafters up there. So I put 4 on this side because this is the side I'm most active on, and my grandkids like to play on this tractor, so I'm hoping that will help deter more wasps. I do have wasps over here every now and then, but I put 4 of them up on this side. So one basically on each corner, and then there's one over on the other side over there and over on that corner. So I'm gonna walk over here and show y'all. I put 2 up on this side. Now I had brown bags up there, and I'll show y'all those. I got a brown bag right there and another brown bag right, if I can get it in the camera frame. I missed it. There it is, right there in the middle. So they do need reflating, but they have worked pretty well. It doesn't stop them, like I just had one fly over my head, but it doesn't stop them, but it does prevent a lot of it. So I put up 2 of these artificial hornet nests that he sent me over here, one over there, because this one's more open than the other side. So one over here and one over here, and I'm hoping that will run more of the wasp away and not want to be building around where all my stuff is and where I'm most active. So thank you, Mr. Greg, for that. And I've been working on something else, is why I'm all hot and sweaty. So this morning, I actually drove about 50 minutes away and worked on one of the guys I work with's air conditioner. He was having issues with it. He couldn't get it to come on at all for a couple of days. And then yesterday, his girlfriend, they just moved back to our area, and she hadn't found a job yet, so she's been home. And she texted him and said, look, it's 56 degrees in the house. And he had the thermostat set to off, which we had already replaced the thermostat. So I said, man, that thing could have something going on with it. And it came on and ran. He said, no, I got it turned off. So when he got home Friday after work, he texted me and said he had to turn the breaker off to it. The air conditioner was running whether they wanted it to or not. And she actually had to turn the heat on to warm the house up because it was 56 degrees. I said, leave the power off to it. I'll come up there Saturday and take a look at it and find out what's going on. So this morning, I got up at well, I actually woke up at 6, but I lay back down till about 8:30. Got up around my normal time for Saturday and got ready and, you know, did all my stuff and cooked breakfast. And then I was getting ready to leave and he texted me the address while I was getting in my truck. But I drove up there, figured out what the problem was, got it temporarily bypassed for him so he can run his air conditioner. And his grandparents own the house he's renting from them, so they went to Columbus, Georgia, which is where that brand's dealer is at, and to get the part that he needed. And it's pretty simple to put on, and I showed him how. And he's going to put it on when they get back tomorrow. That's not tomorrow, Monday. They're supposed to go Monday and get the part he needs. And that should solve his problem. And guys, you know, my brother does heating and air, so two things. One, I'm never going to do heating and air work or refrigeration work for someone for money, because I'm not going to compete against my brother's company. If I wanted to do heating and air and refrigeration, I'd go back to work for him. I've said this many times, but you can be good at something and still not want to do that for a living. So just because I'm good at refrigeration, heating, and air, you know, that's not what I enjoy doing. I do enjoy fixing stuff, but that's not what I want to do. So I worked for him for about, for about 5 years. And I was actually his lead service tech for quite a few of those years. So, you know, I enjoyed it, but it's not what I wanted to do. All right, so Mr. Greg, you're guilty one more time. You sent me something else that I want to show y'all. Actually sent me a couple other things, but I haven't used the other stuff yet. So let me flip around and show y'all what else is. All right, you see those? Those are the bags that you see all over social media. It's supposed to be potato grow bags. It's got little Velcro doors on the side so you can open it up and get the potatoes out that way. I think that's more of a gimmick, but still, it's a grow bag. I don't think Mr. Greg realized that even though I've got some of these fabric ones here, I already had some of those green, and they do have the door on the side, like right there. I've rolled them down, of course, but I've got a few of the 7 gallons and I've got some of the 10 gallons, and he sent me 8 more 10 gallons, which I can use. So I appreciate everything. And he had a great idea on a comment the other day on one of my videos that I could use the soil out of these beds that I've already pulled the food out of, and to fill these grow bags, and then use the soil revitalizer and all that. And, you know, when I plant in these bags, I should be able to grow a good crop out of them. So what I've done today, as you can see, I've dug some out of this carrot bed, and I've dug some out of that back half of the potato bed. And I'm going to get a lot more out of both. But this carrot bed is all of my own compost. Everything in there came from my compost pile. So that is really, really strong nitrogen-rich soil. And it is a couple of years old. So, you know, it grew carrots fairly well. It's a little bit more compact than this store-bought here. And this bed is my compost and store-bought compost as well. mixed. So eventually I'm going to add, when I fill these beds back up, it's going to be store-bought, some of that black cow stuff. And that'll make the soil a little bit lighter and a little fluffier, so I can grow more stuff in it. But I've started filling up this bag and just put a couple shovel loads in it. So I've got 8 of those bags to fill. That's going to be a lot of soil. But what I've done, and the reason I'm all hot and sweaty, is I filled up the grow bags I already had with tomatoes in it. And I went up to the bottom of the first leaves or limbs on these tomato plants. And that's going to help them establish more roots and hopefully give them another boost in growing more. And so I filled all these bags up to the bottom of the tomato plant. Now this one's only got a little stub that's come up, so I didn't put any soil in it. This one has a little bitty 1-inch high plant in it, so I didn't add any soil. This one, what I planted never came up, so I went ahead and filled this bag completely. This one, as you can tell, had gotten pretty tall. It's about 6 inches now. It was over a foot before. So I filled this bag up, and this bag, this one, you see it's a little bit sticking out, but I filled it up to the bottom of the limbs, and that's the one that's been growing the most. It was 1 inch tall a month ago, so I filled it up to the bottom. I actually tore 2 little limbs off the very bottom of the stem because I want to add more soil. These bags aren't very deep. So that's what I've been doing. I've been taking soil out of those 2 beds and filling up all these grow bags, and now I am going to fill up those other 8 bags if I've got enough soil. I mean, I could take it out of this middle bed we've got the trellis on and add more later. But, you know, I'm going to finish where I started. At least that 3x3 bed where the carrots were, there's nothing else planted in there. So let me show y'all something else here. Y'all know I planted that on the 10th of May. Zucchini. I did 2 zucchini plants over here and 2 squash plants, and that's the first one. It came up last night, and it came up a bunch over one night. So there's another one planted right in this area and 2 over there. So I didn't take any soil from over here, but that zucchini's already come up. So in a week it popped up out of this soil, whereas, you know, we're trying to get things to grow in those little trays over here. I moved them to get them out of that direct sun because it's just, I think it's too hot. It's drying them out too fast. Put them under the shelter there a little bit so they'll get the first half of the day sunlight on them, and then the second half of the day where it's really hot, they'll be in the shade. So I'm gonna try that. But anyway, that's what I've been working on, guys. There's a lot more things that I need to be doing and need to get done. But some of them, it takes two people. Someone on one side of, like, for adding that other nesting box in the chicken pen. I need somebody on the inside while I'm on the outside, mounting the boards through the metal wall so that I can attach the nesting box to those boards. And they're laying more on the ground in the Rhode Island Red thing. I counted the eggs a little while ago. I got 6 eggs out of 11 hens. So that's one of the best days I've had out of Rhode Island Reds in almost 3 months, y'all. So they still plan to go to the freezer, but I haven't even picked squash today. I did not water last night, and the leaves look a little bit droopy, not bad. Let me flip y'all around. They look a little bit droopy, but not real bad. And I will water today, but I plan on thinning some of these leaves out that are on these plants. This one, especially in the corner, that zucchini, it has got leaves completely pushing the other plants over to their side. So I'm going to cut some leaves off of that and cut some leaves off this other one. I've pruned some of them before, but I'm going to prune them a little bit more today. And probably prune some of this squash right here in this bed so that I can get to it better. And from what y'all told me, so it can breathe more and all that. See, there's squash down there that's, let me see if I can get where y'all can see it. There's squash down there that's ready to be picked. I see about a half a dozen that's ready to be picked just in this bed. And I know there's 4, 5, 6 zucchini over there that are ready to be picked. And the early peas over there has a bunch that need to be picked. But I'll probably water, if I finish in time, filling these bags. I'll probably water and then come back 30 minutes or an hour later and pick those early peas. So we'll just have to see how that works. But all right, guys, it's already turned into a 15-minute video. I'm trying to hold this camera correctly. So I'm thinking I'll do it while I'm talking to y'all. These legs have 3 sections you can let out and down. That's a little better. Now the leg's not hitting me while I'm holding the camera. So I'm still learning and getting used to holding this tripod so that I can talk to you guys and y'all see me and then show y'all what I'm actually working on, and I can set it up if I need to. So, all right. I've also got the chickens been running free range today since about the time I got back from Butler, which was 1:30ish, somewhere in there. So, all right, I'm gonna get off here. Guys, I appreciate y'all. Mr. Greg, thank you very much for the gifts. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna try my best to use them the way they were intended. I'll mess up, but I'm gonna try. Y'all remember what I've always told you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared. Grow some food.